That's been killer.
Hi, this is Q, and you're listening to the QG Caldwell Podcast Network.
What it good be, hopefully it's what it should be. It's your boy N-O-R-E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
This military crazy wall, motherfucking drink champs, Yappy Yabbo, make some noise!
And this is Q the Governor, baby, aka Brown Clown, baby.
This show is built. Listen, this show is built for the person that we got and we interviewing today. This show is built for people like that. This show has been built on us praising our legends while they're here. When you talk about like 11 albums, 6 Ghetto Boys, 11 of his solo. When you talk about bars, when you talk about a man, they say wine ages with time. This is why the only MC that got better. Like his whole career, he just kept getting better. The storytelling from everything from the street tales. This man is a pure legend. He's your favorite rapper. Everybody's favorite rapper, he's on that list. He's in everyone's top 5. He's one of the illest individuals I ever met. He can get down on the guitar. He can get down on producing. He can get down on whatever the fuck you wanted him to get down on. He get down. He's a motherfucking stone cold, super duper legend.
N-O-R-E, who is it?
He's everyone's OG. He's your OG.
You know one thing.
What's that?
Since day one of Drink Champs, we've been trying to get him
since day one. So, in case you don't know what the fuck we're talking about the legendary Mr. SCARFACE! We talking about I'm drinking whiskey now too. I just got on the whiskey, but I'm Japanese whiskey.
So when you start speaking another language,
no, you're good. So we got you, Macallan 18.
Mr. Lee, the bottle boy.
You got the fucking.
So we've been doing Drink Champs for 5 going on 6 years.
6 years right now.
6 years.
6 years.
This is the first time anybody has ordered Macallan. This is the first time anybody has ordered Macallan. Really? Yeah, what is Macallan? That's whiskey, correct?
It's a scotch.
It's a scotch.
It's my favorite. I would like to share some with you guys.
Okay, cool.
But I'm not.
That shit's my beer.
Take home with you, right? You can take home with you, right? Come on, let's do a slice. Let's do a slice, Mr. Lee.
Man, this is fantastic, dude. This is like I don't want to break down.
We got some shit for you. Do you realize how much you're loved in this?
Don't do that, man.
This is Q, and you're listening to the QG Caldwell.
That's what's up. Where's the song?
This shit's not. You're gonna love this song.
Okay.
It's for you guys. For my boy.
So let me ask you a question while we getting it together.
Talk to me.
The first Ghetto Boy album, you wasn't a part of the first Ghetto Boy album?
No, I wasn't there yet. I was still a kid, man. I think I was probably like 10 or 12 when they did that motherfucker.
Wow, but was Bushwick and
Willie D.
Willie D a part?
Willie wasn't a part of it. I think Bill was a dancer, in all honesty.
Really?
He was a dancer in the beginning.
It was like mid-80s or 87, 86?
80, I don't know. Like 85, 86, I was probably 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So how does this happen? Jay Prince is looking for rappers, and
the crazy shit, man, is like, I remember doing a song with Beto and Bruce and Def Jam Blast and Lil Troy called Scarface.
wow.
Yeah.
So that wasn't your name then?
No, I did a record called Scarface because, we thought we was the shit, man. We was selling rocks and you couldn't tell us nothing. We had fucking 38s and if we shoot you, no big deal. Shit happens.
Right. So that's how you got named?
For real.
Really?
On life. And we ended up doing I ended up doing a record called Scarface, man, and then, the shit kind of spread it out wild in the streets. And before I knew it, man, there was this little dude, and that little motherfucker had on more diamonds than I had ever seen in my life. He had a big white 2-door convertible 560 custom at my little townhouse.
Right.
And I'm like, man, who the fuck is this?
Right.
And he knocked on the door. And we opened the door and shit, and it was little James.
Right. And you knew who he was prior to?
Hell no. I heard that nigga.
Right.
I didn't know who little James was. It's two different sides of Houston.
Right.
So it was the north side and the south side. And man, James came to the south side, bro. Right. And he knocked on my motherfucking door.
Wow.
So and later on you hear different stories and shit, man. Right. And when I really got to know James, over the past 34 years, when that nigga knocked on your door, it's some serious shit. Right. It's some serious shit. So cuz knocked on my door and I was like, what the fuck? How did you find me?
Right.
Like, how did you find me, man? I'm literally a needle in the haystack right now.
Right. Because you was a dope MC.
Was you a DJ too?
I was a DJ too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So so he comes to your house and he tells you he wants you to be down with this group called the Ghetto Boys that already had an album out.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that?
I didn't want to do it.
Wow.
And then my fucking brother, man, he was in jail and called me.
Right. He was what?
He was in jail.
And calling you?
And called me.
Right.
And told me, man, I heard you sound rap a lot.
Right.
Man, I'm gonna kill you when I get out of here.
Wow, he didn't like rap a lot?
Nah, we didn't fuck with nothing. We didn't know nothing about the north side. We've been in Houston forever.
Oh, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
like,
even signing to him was like a bad move. Okay. Especially for your hood. Did you get slack coming back to the hood after you signed?
Nah, shit, I can't say that.
Right, okay.
I can't say that I got slack about it. I may have heard some damn, man, you went to them niggas over there, man, but it wasn't no, wasn't no real beef about it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Cause we ain't really do beef too well.
So how old was you when you did My Mom's Playing Shit?
I was probably like 19.
Hi, this is Q, and you're listening to the QG Caldwell Podcast Network.
Do you understand your verse still is relevant to this day?
I was going through some shit, man.
right.
Yeah. So, and I tell you something too. You know, this shit don't stop.
Right.
Like I'm always going through some shit, man. Right. It depends on what day it is. You know,
that's why Whitney Houston wrote some great shit. It's because they went through some shit.
Probably more than likely.
So what the fuck was you going through when your mom's playing tricks on me? And then you're the only one that has 2 verses on there.
No, it was actually 3 verses.
Because you wrote the whole song. That's what
that was your song?
Right.
It was. And then I didn't write Willie's part. Willie chimed in. So something that happened, I gave the record to James. And it was my verse. It was and I can't sleep, I toss and turn, and day by day it's more impossible to cope, and this year Halloween fell on the weekend. Those were all my 3 verses, right? And then James went to California one day and shit, came back another day and shit. It was Willie on it, and, you know,
right.
it was
a
Willie as record, huh?
You had New Willie prior to that, or no?
Yeah, I did. I knew Willie. This was the second record.
Okay.
The first record was through Grip It.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the second, and you know, I'm kind of glad the Ghetto Boys got on that record,
right?
Because it makes it that much bigger,
right?
And that was the original beat.
Yeah, that was original. Nothing changed on the beat.
Wow.
And so when I got a chance to work on my solo album, and this was the main goal for me signing on Rap A Lot in the first place, because I got to work on my solo album.
Right.
So I produced 98% of my whole solo album.
Wow.
So I made the beats and all of that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like what were you always producing?
The QG Caldwell Podcast Network would like to remind you to always keep God first. Acknowledge Him in all that you do. Commit your works unto Him, and He shall establish your thoughts. Thank you. God bless. And be well. From the QG Caldwell Podcast Network. Powered by iHeartRadio. Or wherever you get your podcast from.
I'm probably a better producer than I am rapper.
No.
Damn, shit.
Hey, Don. You're one of the greatest rappers of all time.
I'm probably a better producer than rapper.
Nah, man.
That's been my DJ for like the past 25, 26 years. So you say what?
Oh, man. Man, you talking on beats?
Yeah, listen,
like I got beats.
I'm gonna tell you, you gave me a slice of humble pie one day. I know you don't remember this. One day I had a show with you.
I heard you tell this story, man. That's not true.
Yeah,
it's not fucking true, man.
This is true.
It's not true.
Let me tell you guys, I want to say it in front of your face, because like it wasn't me. It was somebody at my camp that got a little, cocky, I want to say. And they was like, yo, Too Short had just came in, he just ripped it and just left. So he didn't care who went first or whatever. And they said,
I got a story.
They said, yeah, so Face is coming late. So yeah, because you gonna keep let the people.
I'm listening.
So Face is coming late.
I'm passing around that Scotch, Junior.
So they was like, yo, do you mind going first? And one of my homies was like, nah, man, we got the platinum record right now. We going last. And I kid you not, when SCARFACE came out, man, and all the records that you was playing, and I'm talking about the whole audience was your hype man. Like the audience was the hype man.
I walked out there by myself.
Yo, my dude, it was you. And listen to me. And this is a killer. This is the one that really, really killed me. Was Mary, 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 Mary Jane. The crowd just sung. I wanted to get the promoter back his money. I was like, yo, here, take this shit back. I'm not going on after that. You gave me some goddamn humble. Since then, I go immediately. As soon as they go, I'm going to stage. Let's go. I will never take that chance again. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of people like we fight with managers all the time because it's just I do not want to go last, and I don't give a fuck who it is.
Wow.
I don't.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because what I'm gonna do, what Short gonna do, what Julie gonna do, what 8-Ball MJG gonna do, what DMX gonna do, what Cube gonna do is they gonna beat that crowd ass.
Right.
And by the time you walk out there last, the motherfuckers gonna be like, dead.
I give you another humbling moment. It was one time DMX had just dropped both of his albums. He was the number one dude on the planet. And I called you one day, or you called me or something, and DMX was literally air hustling. Let's say face mob or something like that. He was literally air hustling. It was like, you smoking SCARFACE? And he was so much of a fan of you. Do you know how much DMX was?
I think we were really good friends, man. Right. You know, it wasn't. I don't think we fanned out. I think it was like
I can't let you be humble on this one. He was your fan. Like he was 1 million %. He loved to say it. Nah, face. I can't let you get away with that. I know you're a humble guy. I can't let you. You was DMX's favorite. I'm talking about. And like I said, that was the first time. This is after DMX was. He was platinum hair and platinum hair. I literally didn't think this guy was a human. That was the first human moment I've ever seen DMX is when I called you or you called me. And I was just like, a face mob. I said something like that. And he was like, you speaking to SCARFACE? And I was like, that's the first time I said, dude, DMX is a human. Like, I always thought he was a dog. Like, I swear to God. Like, I swear to God. But, I mean, yeah. Did you know how much X loved you?
Man, I know how much X loved me as a human. Right. You know, I was outside of the music shit. Right. You know, we talked, you know, a lot. And we had this ongoing joke when we saw each other. It was like, God damn, Earl, what you done did now? Right. And then we just bust out laughing, bro.
That was your relationship? You called him Earl and he called you Brad?
Yeah, fucking
Because a lot of people call you Brad. I'm not comfortable with calling you Brad. I'm calling you Face Mark for the rest of my life.
Well, I'm comfortable.
You was running for governor with city council or some shit. I was still saying, SCARFACE, Face Mark. I'm sorry. Was I
made it to the runoff with that shit. I made it to the runoff.
You made it to the runoff?
Yeah, man, and I beat that lady, but they fucking cheated me with the fucking ballot harvesting, man.
What the hell is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's like when people just sign people names.
Yeah, so what made you run for city council?
Man, cause ain't nobody doing shit.
Wow.
You know, everybody see what's happening, man, and they talking about what's happening, but ain't nobody doing shit, man. We steady marching. I ain't trying to march no more. We not gonna change, you know, legislation, and we ain't gonna amend the laws that's already in place. Don't make no new laws.
Right. In the trenches.
You know, fix the old laws that they already got in fucking place, bro. Fix that shit first. Right. And then start coming up with some new shit.
So aspirations for more?
I'm definitely gonna jump into politics, man, because I'm tired of the ass kissing. We got all these get along ass politicians, man, and I don't want to be a part of that, bro. Right. Like, I'm gonna be totally opposite. I want to be against all that shit. What's in it for the black people? You know what I mean? What's in it for the brown people? What's in it for us? Like, everybody else getting it. We quite gonna let me have it now. Right. My fucking turn, bro.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I think hip hop should dead seriously take over politics.
We should.
Because most of these people, I think that we're scared that, you know, we have criminal backgrounds and criminal records, but most of these guys have criminal records. Then this guy,
most of these guys are fucking criminals.
Yeah.
Criminals. Right. Not criminal background, goddammit, criminals.
Right.
Feel me? Right. Yeah, they criminals, man. Mitch McConnell's a fucking criminal. But go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. I really think Killer Mike should be the mayor of Atlanta. I really think that. I really think E40 should be the mayor of the Bay.
We need Luke to keep trying, and
Luke to be the mayor of Miami.
That's heavy. And E40 being the mayor of the Bay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I really think so. The Bay's not a city, right?
That might lead the schools fucked up, man.
Nah, man.
Kids walking around talking like you smell me.
Okay, how you doing?
Earl, what's up, Earl?
Yeah, man.
I love you, Earl. Nah, it'd be cool though.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's time for us to
Like, imagine Jay-Z as president, Beyonce as president.
Yeah, fucking right.
Like, I know it's something, but I just like, that should be dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z not into politics at all.
Yeah, he's not really.
Man, I was talking to Jay-Z about those.
Another thing is, I posted a picture of Jay-Z the other day, and you called me.
Yeah.
And you was like, man, Hov is I forget what you described, Hov, but you was so passionate.
Hey, he the real deal, bro.
Yeah.
When he said he was talking to Jay, what did you say?
Yeah. Jay ain't into politics, but I tell you what, though, he is the fucking keeper of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shit, Jay-Z charged me a lifeline when I was on my back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, motherfucker say anything fucked up about Jay, he gotta deal with me too.
All right, let's make some more shit.
Jay solid, man.
Right.
Yeah, and DJ Khaled, another solid motherfucker, man. Keepers of the culture, man. Jay Prince, keepers of the culture, man. Yeah. Let's make a real fucking put a real light on that shit.
Well, when I hit Jay and I hit Nas, Jay's exact words about you was, let me read quote for quote. Hold on, because I don't want to.
Jay the real deal, man.
I'm reading both quote for quote. Okay. Face is beautiful. Love that guy. Salute to the gods. That's what. And then Nas said. Okay, hold on. Tell my brother Brad I said happy birthday. Love him.
Jones.
So I think he thought it was your birthday.
Yeah.
And even though it's not, we making today your birthday because you on motherfucking drink chat. So we got your cake. We got your real live cake. We celebrating this motherfucking cake. We got you your McAllen 18, and we got you flowers as well. We'll give you some flowers as well. We going all the way with this shit because you deserve it. Nah, you deserve it.
To leave.
You deserve it,
Y'all
man.
fucking tripping.
Yeah, man. I swear to God, man. I don't know why he thought I was saying it was your birthday, but we running with that. So I got my notes. I'm going into my notes. Okay. What happened to Bushwick Bill on the cover of the hospital? And is that picture real?
Oh, you're right.
That picture's real. Really?
Man.
Okay.
You want some real shit?
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
We got flowers.
Yeah, we got flowers.
Where I'm gonna put this at?
I don't know, but fuck it.
It goes good through TSA.
We just wanted to do our part of the job. You know what I'm saying? Our part of the job. Yeah,
I'm gonna eat some of this motherfucking cake.
Yeah.
Look, so
talk about the cover.
The night before, we heard Bill got shot. You know, by his girl, and they say he got shot in the eye.
Wow. So
I had already, I was already in my mind that that was the end of that. Like, you get shot in your fucking eye, that's the end of that story. So I was like, damn. So we had to go up to the hospital the next day. And let me tell you how much of a thinker James is. Okay.
James Prince, you say James.
Yeah. Okay. The old man. Yeah, he wanted to go to the hospital that next fucking day when Bill could have visitors, man, and shoot the fucking album cover.
This guy's a genius. It makes sense now, but back then,
man, Bill is fucking dead.
Right.
And Bill sit up in the gurney, and Chief pushed him out in the hallway, and Bill sitting up on the gurney. I'm talking about out of there.
On meds or because of
on the meds? He's on meds.
Yeah, he's out of there. And got me and Willie to stand on each side of the gurney, man, like we was pushing him out the hospital, saying we can't be stopped, and snapped the photo with his eye hanging out, and that was it.
So that's not props.
Fuck no, that's not props.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I was like, shit, Bill finna die, man.
All right. And he's a small guy too, so you're not thinking he got the same strength as everyone else.
Shit, Jay had that mentality. I don't give a fuck if he die or not. We gonna get this picture.
Make some noise for that.
Hey, we gonna get that picture, man.
Holy shit. Okay, now let's go into Smile.
Okay.
Very deep record. Telling people to smile. But it's still, for some reason, the record still comes across like a dark record. I guess because of the video.
And when it comes out, the timing of it.
Okay. So, let's talk about the Smile record. So, I originally did the record at the Death Row studio with Tupac.
Yeah, he's on the record, right?
Yeah. So it was like, I want to say that it was a record that Tupac had his crew on.
The Outlaws?
Yeah, Outlaws. And then I think it just turned out to be me and him. But Pac used to always get pissed off at me because it took so long, to write. Like, I always wrote my shit. I didn't just...
Because he was just cranking records out.
Oh, Pac would do a fucking record every 15 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, he was serious about it. But it took a long time. He'd always get pissed off at me because I still be sitting in the front of the mixing board when he'd leave and come back. You know what I mean? I'm writing my shit. And he told me one day that, do what... He said, write the shit. Don't worry about it. You got to get across to the bitches without offending them. And the niggas gonna like what the bitches like. Right. And whatever your last word is in the verse, that's the hook.
Right.
So think about it. Right. Smile for me now.
I remember me going to the studio one time and me seeing Irv Gotti playing Smile for Prodigy and saying, this is the balance that you need. You need some like, yeah, I remember that. Like, playing, like, this is like, because you remember P was making so much serious records, and he didn't have, in my opinion, that's what I thought Irv was trying to tell him. But I thought it was genius that he played Smile for him. You know what I'm saying? He's playing, y'all record, and it was just, it's amazing. But when I go through your discography and I'm listening for 2 days, it really felt like every time you wrote music, you was in a dark place. Is that accurate or?
Man, I don't know, man. I just write music, bro.
All right.
And I go where the beat lead and where the spirit lead. Right. And that's just me.
Right.
I just it's almost like I don't even write it. It's just it'll just go.
And automated.
Everything that's in my head just comes out on that piece of paper right there, And if it's dark, then maybe it was dark. But I think that if I gave those lyrics to somebody else and they put it on another beat, then it probably wouldn't be as dark. Wow. It's all in the setting that you set. It's all about the delivery and the mood, man. Right. I've always been one that was conscious of how I sounded when I came on, or when I finished it, or the come lines. I wanted to make sure that everything was strong and the voice that I used in that particular song matched those beats, those horns, those piano riffs, that bass line. I wanted my voice to be like let's call it like another instrument. You feel me?
That's fine.
Yeah,
You're really a musician.
In real life.
Yeah, in real life.
Like I was born to musicians. Right. My whole family, musicians, all of them.
And you knew how to play the guitar.
I play all that shit.
You learned that shit, or
it was just given. It was like a God-given right.
You play the piano? Get the fuck out of here. What school you went to? Juilliard?
I went to the fucking Willing Ridge, man.
Yeah, listen, so we got some people that we checked in too, right? Look, we got some people that checked in. Let's go to this correspondence. We never did this before, but you a person that deserved this, so we're gonna give you your flowers for Rigadelia.
Hey, who got a knife to cut this cake, man? Is this a real cake?
Yeah, it's a real cake.
Mr. Lee made it himself.
There's nothing fake about
the Dominican cake.
Nah, what is in here?
Mr. Lee made it. Mr. Lee.
What's in here?
Nah, he bought it at Publix.
Cut this motherfucker open and it be red. What kind of cake is this, for real?
It's vanilla.
Vanilla, yeah.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out, Face.
Oh, man, don't do that. I tell you, if it's something else, I don't want it.
I think it's just
yeah.
What y'all got back there in that styrofoam?
That's OG Thugger checking in, you know what I'm saying? That's my boss partner, you know what I'm saying? Face Mob. Man, what Face Mob is, the Slim Thug, man. Wow, you know what I'm saying? the pioneer. You know, y'all had the East Coast, y'all had the West Coast. I'm coming from Houston, though, man, the bottom of the South in Texas, man. So what him and Jay Prince did by him being that lyrical and that good to having the East Coast, West Coast, the world respecting his rap, you know what I'm saying? For him opening that door for us, it made it a lot easier for them to give us that game, you know, without even giving it to us, just showing us how to do it. It made my whole life a lot easier, man. And I definitely look at Face as the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? And got nothing but respect for him. And I tell him every time I see him, you know what I'm saying? But I wonder, my question is, do he think he get the proper respect from the game, you know what I'm saying? We look at him as a top, you know, dog in the game.
The QG Caldwell Podcast Network would like to remind you to always keep God first. Acknowledge Him in all that you do. Commit your works unto Him, and He shall establish your thoughts. Thank you. God bless. And be well. From the QG Caldwell Podcast Network, powered by iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Do he believe that he get the respect he deserves in the rap game? That's my question.
I mean, respect. Do I get the respect that I deserve? Slim he got a mean question there. Slim, fuck. I call him Granddaddy Pimpin'.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of like you really don't have to respect it. You know, but you gonna have to. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta show it, but you gotta respect it because. Buddy.
Oh, I got a drop from Button anyway. Don't worry about it.
What's up, buddy?
We don't need you to interrupt the show no more, Mr. Lee. Please. I'm flowing. I got this all together. I got Button on the job too. You know?
Hey, buddy, I'm on drink chance, man. That makes Buddy happy. Yeah, but shit, you know, I'll be asleep 3 days after this.
But tell Bummy hit him back. We want to finish this.
I'm gonna shout you back.
We want to finish this.
Love you too, fam. 1,000.
So I'm trying to understand. Are you saying yes or no? You saying you do feel respected? You have to feel respected from your peers, from other players in the game. You got to know how much people really respect.
Oh man, it's all love, you know. Right. And I never really looked at it as getting respect or none of that shit, cause you know, just invite me to get on the record. Right. You'll be like, oh shit. Yeah. It's like the devil walked in the room when this nigga get on this record because he's the real deal. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't respect me before you got me on this record, you will. Right. Now I want some DMX shit though. You will. You know. Yeah, because my I mean, what's on my mind, especially if if it's up in the air, like who the nigga is when I get on this motherfucking record with you, right? Like we can go ahead and do it. You know, it's like a nigga racing cars or a nigga fighting dogs. Like it's about to go down. Right. You know,
hit that, Rob.
Look at Paulie, man. Look at Paul, man.
Hey, salute. Triple on the G.
Too many of them.
Hey, man, thank you for everything you done did for hip-hop, especially what you done did for H-Time Texas hip-hop, man. I got a question for you, man. Hey, of all the Houston rappers that ever came out of Houston, or let's just say Texas in general, who is your favorite Texas rapper of all time? Your favorite Texas MC? It could be somebody old school back in the day. It could be somebody new that's just not coming out.
I can see your face right now. You don't want
Texas MC of all time, man. Big salute, baby. Yes, sir.
You know what? When you ask me who's my favorite rapper to come out of Houston, man, it's got to be all of the ones that came behind me, man. From fucking right, from zero to.
UGK came after you as well, right?
Yeah, but UGK from Port Arthur.
Okay, all right.
So it's a difference.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Devin and Odd Squad.
But you got Devin, you got the Odd Squad, you got K Reno,
Devin, we
that
just gonna
came
drink
around the
that,
same time. You had Romeo Poet, Willie D. Slim, you had Paul Wall, you got D-Lo. Who am I missing, man? Like, there's a lot of dope ass rappers.
You just want one, though. Come on, let's just get one.
Kyle. Okay. You got a rapper named Killer Kyle Young. That's a bad motherfucker.
Killer Kyle Young?
Yeah. You got A-Leaf 360, Neighborhood Kells. It's a lot of them. It's too many. There's too many. Like, they got, you know, the UBK movement. They got some real spitters on their shit, so it's just, it's like we lit a fire, and then they never got a chance to put it out. So it's just ongoing.
All right, let's hit that next one.
Shout out to Peter Rosenberg. What's up, EFN? What's up, Nori? Question for Scarface. So first of all, let me be clear. Scarface is one of the absolute greatest who's ever lived. I've told him this, and I'll tell the world this. Growing up in the D.C. area, Ghetto Boys and Scarface were so iconic. Like, we were not late to the party in this area when it comes to Scarface. We've been down forever. And I'm sure Face will tell you he always did real well in D.C. My question is, though, where do you rank The Fix among your bodies of work?
That was my question.
Was it different? How different was the process for you being at Def Jam? Did it make it a different process for you? Because I absolutely love that album. I think it's nearly perfect. And I'm just curious to how Face thinks of The Fix. But seriously, Face, you are one of the greatest ever. By the way, if y'all haven't checked out his autobiography, his book is incredible. Your voice and writing is good. Yo, with a guitar, he's nasty. He's just one of the all-time greats. Love, Face.
Let's make some noise for that. Now, The Fix is one of my favorite albums in your catalog. I got it up there as one, so I'm curious of where you have it.
I have never even judged it like that. I don't know, bro.
Really?
It's like I was making music, you know.
So you don't have a favorite album?
It's like the time, and that was like the time, and that's what was going on in my life at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will say this about The Fix. Like, I had a lot of fucking help, bro.
Wow.
So the process.
This is you at Def Jam, and you are the president as well.
Yeah,
You're the Def Jam.
But I had a lot of
and when you say you had a lot of help, what you mean?
Like, I had every fucking producer that you can name.
Right.
Phone number in my Rolodex. You know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call that help. I would call that making an album.
But you know, like for the previous albums before that, I was responsible for making the beats. You know,
this is the reason why I was responsible for sitting in the fucking Scarface. They're gonna give you the best beats that they fucking make.
I don't know who the fuck those people are. I had no idea who those people were.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had no idea how to contact them people.
Right.
But it was like the.
I imagine me being the producer, me walking in the building, they saying, "Who's essential to it?" They saying Scarface. I go straight to the best bunch of beats.
Yeah,
that's me as a producer. That's what I would be doing.
Like, I've always worked with Joe, Tone, Beto, you know, Mike, and I was, you know, 96% responsible for the shit that came out.
Who's these producers you worked with on The Fix?
Kanye's on there.
Kanye, I worked with.
Nazis on?
Nas, yeah. Let's fuck with Kanye, Nas, Pharrell. Who else, y'all?
Come on.
Anybody remember?
Come on, Ass.
China Black.
Wow.
Mainly it was Kanye though.
Right.
No, not Mike Dean. Mike Dean didn't do nothing on that album.
Thanks a lot, Ass.
Tony Bazzaro. Nasheem, yeah.
Wow.
Who else? Mike didn't do nothing but mix that album. He didn't touch nothing. He didn't produce nothing. China Black, yeah, keep going. T-Mix, yeah, T-Mix and Kanye had, yeah, T-Mix had some big records on there.
So, yeah.
Never heard of him. What's his name? Oh, Lofi, yeah. I don't know what Lofi did, but yeah. No, maybe. I can't remember.
So the reason why The Fix is one of my favorites, and it might be political, it was like you came to Def Jam, you were the president of the
You were on Def Jam at the time.
I was on.
I worked the record because I was a Def Jam rep out here.
It was just like you actually, without telling us, you showed us again that an album means something. But at the time, everybody
Everybody trying to make singles.
As the era is still, it's all about single. That The Fix was from the beginning to the ending,
down to the packaging.
I wouldn't have it no other way.
Right.
I wouldn't.
Right.
I'm serious as fuck about it.
Right.
Okay? Like the way you see it, the way you hear it, you know, when you hear it, the shit that's leading up to you hearing it. Like I'm gonna fucking set you in the fucking chair, bro, and you're gonna watch the show. You feel me? Like you're gonna watch this fucking show. Like, oh God, what is and then you'll hear it. Like I'm gonna have you so ready to hear this shit.
Set up.
And what's
I'm gonna
great
set
about
your
it,
ass up.
You was on a Def Jam. It was the Leo Combs, Kevin Lyles, Julie Greenwald, Mike Kaiser,
Fucking right.
Randy Acker, Rob Love, Sam Cresco. That was
Tina Davis.
Tina Davis. How am I gonna get? So sorry, Tina. She's over there at Empire doing her thing right now too. But you had the real stat. Was that like the first time you felt like a major was behind you, or you felt like that prior? Because I felt the major was behind you that time.
Man, I've been with Rap A Lot all my life, bro. So that was always
Rap A Lot is independent.
Yeah, it's an independent,
okay.
but you know, Jay made us believe that any fucking thing was possible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So if I could go platinum, you know, on the independent, then shit, if a major could take me triple platinum, quadruple platinum, then we doing something. You feel me? But if a major can keep me where I am, then I'm just where I am. I ain't moving around.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So I just felt like I had a lot of help, man.
Okay.
And I had a lot of people that knew shit, you know, about the music industry that was around me. You know, I had a lot of experienced people around me, but thinking about and looking back on everything that I learned and I saw at Def Jam, I already knew from the little independent label that I came from. You know, we worked a lot harder. You know, we worked hard as fuck to get that label to where it is. But I mean, it was about the same. You know what I mean?
Now, this was crazy.
No, but what, was that supposed to be the first record to set off the Def Jam South?
No, I think
Ludacris was the first.
Was it?
Yeah, Ludacris.
Yeah, Ludacris.
So when you came in, you brought in Ludacris, right?
I did. No, when I came in, I wasn't. You know, it's a funny thing too. Like all of the down south artists that shine like fuck, from Rick Ross to T.I. to David Banner to Lil Flip to all of those kids. Like Paul Wall and Chameleon, I tried to bring them to Def Jam South, bro.
Wow.
Whole life.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what was Def Jam South exactly? Like, what was it? Because at some point it didn't seem like It just folded into Def Jam.
Yeah, I left. I left.
Was it a real thing, or was it just a
it was pretty dope.
And it was pretty dope.
I had my own. No, it was Todd Moskowitz.
Todd Moskowitz, okay, yeah.
It was Todd and Leo that put it together, and then Kevin, we worked together.
Right.
But
and then Khaled later on took it over, right?
I was way going by then.
Yeah, later, right?
Yeah, but it was always big, man. I had my own staff in Atlanta.
Oh, so you had headquarters?
Yeah, I had everything. It was cool, and then I couldn't get Haystack signed, bro. Couldn't get Trip signed, but Haystack was a big old white boy out of Tennessee, man, that really fit the Def Jam South description, man, and he was dope, I couldn't get that signed. I couldn't get Trip out of Florida signed. You got an artist out here by the name of Triple J, call it Fresh Dope.
Wow.
Motherfucker is fucking awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, Google that shit. Put that shit on your must ears. His name is Fresh Dope. Check it out.
Okay, so on My Block, that's one of my favorite singles of all time. It's probably, I would say, one of your brightest records, but still, the subject matter, you chose that for your single, right? Or they chose it?
They chose that shit.
They chose it?
Yeah.
The way you said it, don't tell me you don't like My Block. Oh, you hurt my feelings like that. Please don't say that. Really?
My shit was, I started small time, dope game, pushing on the corner, 50-cent cook up, 50 flippers if you want them, full of formaldehyde, my clothes reeking marijuana, cops rolling up on us, my neighborhood like a sauna. That kind of shit's my single, but go ahead.
Nah, man, so wait a minute. So you make My Block. Def Jam comes to you and says, this is the single, this is the one?
I think that might have been Kevin Lyles, bro. I think everybody, in Def Jam we had this thing, man, called Everybody Had to Be in the Boat.
Okay.
So I think that everybody got in that boat, and they picked that one.
But hold on. So I need to understand how this meeting happens. You're not feeling this?
I mean, shit, I'm around with them. Niggas are managers.
But, what I'm saying is, because this hurt me. I love that single. I would have thought you single-handedly made that for us.
You know what? I'm not a radio single dude. You feel me? Like I'm a street single. I love the fucking streets.
It's true. It's like saying you don't hit doubles, but you on the Yankees now. Now you're on the Yankees. That's not your forte, hitting doubles, but you know you can hit a double with this one. You didn't feel like that at all? Damn, face, you hurt my feelings. Yo, for real. Damn.
Man, I love the fucking streets, man. I don't give a fuck about that radio shit. No. Because you know what the radio gonna do?
Right.
They gonna play your shit, and then they gonna be gone. You know what them streets gonna do? They gonna play your shit, and they gonna play your shit, and they gonna play your shit, and they gonna play your shit.
I agree.
I don't fuck with that radio shit.
But they're not turning off the radio neither. I didn't turn off My Block when it came on. I turned it up.
I don't even know if they played that. Did they play it?
They played it, yeah.
Well, you know how I feel about the radio, so I'm gonna stay in my lane, bro.
Wow.
That's a great one.
Yeah, let's get some more people. Wow, I would have never thought that, bro.
I was totally against radio. I'm till I die.
Right.
One time for the OG's OG.
Turn it
my
up.
big brother, my mentor, my confidant. I love him so much. He's been so much for me throughout my career as well as my personal life. And I'm so glad that the Drink Champs are giving him his flowers. My brother, our brother, the illustrious Mr. Scarface himself, Brad Jordan. I love you, big homie. But I would love for you to talk about on Drink Champs when we all went to Freaknik that year, when everybody went to Freaknik, where you had the yellow Lamborghini. Talk about that weekend, big homie.
I have nothing to say.
I am so curious because your face just did a different turn.
Nah, I had a Ferrari. It was yellow.
And you fucked every bitch in there.
I wasn't there.
I again, just yellow Ferrari.
So yeah, like back then, you know, you take a picture of the car from the dealership and shit, right?
But you don't drive away in.
Yeah, no,
you drove away.
I've been gone.
Right.
So I drove my shit out to Atlanta for Freaknik one year. 92? Four?
Was that the last year of Freaknik?
94?
Okay.
Maybe 94.
94. I think it was the last year that Freaknik got.
And they was busting it wide open?
That shit went down. I mean,
it went down.
I wasn't down with it, but it went down. Nigga,
let's give him some more McAllen, man.
No, I know how to, man. I'm a professional.
Okay. Yeah, so what went down, Face? We have no idea what you're talking about.
Shit, we had a good time, bro. We had a fucking blast, man. Yeah. But you know what? I kept my pants on.
Okay.
I kept my pants on. I kept my pants on.
Okay. All right, I get where this is going. All right.
Even in the shower.
Okay. All right, here, let's get another one. This is a funny one, too. I'll say this one.
Face Mob, what up? It's your boy Saigon. And I want first to salute you, legend. And second, I got some questions, man. Beyond you are part of the legendary Ghetto Boys group, there's a rumor going around that my man Willie D knocked out Melly Mel, man. First, I want to know if it's true. Second, I want to know, was you there to witness this? And if you was, how'd you feel about seeing your partner knock out a fucking pioneer like that, man? Melly Mel's a pioneer, man. Anyway, God bless, man. Get back to this training. Salute, Face Mob, Scarface, Ghetto Boys, high or day.
Okay, I've never heard this, Face.
I've heard this story.
You've heard this story?
I will let Willie tell his own story.
Okay.
But I will say this. Don't you run over Willie D talking with that bullshit.
Yeah, I see Willie D being he.
Nah, it don't even matter.
Ninjutsu, right?
That jiu-jitsu. Shit. Ask Melly Mel about that ninjutsu. Whatever the fuck you say. I knew you was gonna do that. Shit. I heard that Willie D beat up 2 people that day.
Really?
Yeah. But I let him tell his own story.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we need Willie D on here.
Yeah, we need Willie D on here.
What's the first first national tour you went on?
Public Enemy. Latifah, Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince. Fucking Naughty by Nature. Apache.
Damn. Rest in peace.
Tribe Called Quest and Leaders of the New School. Yeah.
Man, that's a crazy ass.
What?
No, Leaders of the New School with Busta Rhymes.
That's the first national tour?
Yeah. I can't remember everybody on that shit. Man, let me tell you something, man. Like, all of those tours, man, like I was cool as fuck.
Right.
Like, I was always cool, man. I'd be in my room. I'd come out with my brother, I'd come out and we'll go get something to eat, go to the mall, some shit like that. And I don't know what Willie and I do know what Bill did. Like, Bill was the epitome of what you would call a fucking rock star. You know, because he would thrash the hotels, he would throw the TVs out the window.
He could pick up the TV?
Man. Like Bill was a fucking rock star.
Wow.
You couldn't tell him nothing, bro. You couldn't say, Bill, don't do that, bro.
Till the end, too.
Don't fucking do that, man. He a fucking face. I don't give a fuck, face. Fucking everybody wants to be fucking God, so don't give a fuck, face. God damn, Bill, that's a $2,000 motherfucking TV you just threw out there through the window, man. I don't give a fuck. You know, Bill, he don't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck, man. Bill, like, that was my little dude, man. Like, he would always walk faster than I could. So looking at him from behind, you ever seen the movie Big? Don't fucking laugh, man.
This is the way you just said that. Wait a minute.
You ever seen the movie Big, bro?
Yeah,
He looked like my friend that shrunk down and had on like he was cool, man, like Tom Hanks was in Big. Like he just got small. Yeah. You know, and he got small, man, but that little bitty dude, he was smart as fuck. And he was probably the biggest asshole in the world, bro. Wow. For real. Like, ask anybody. Like, Bill will come and spend the night at your house and leave 2 or 3 weeks later, man, cuss you out, eat up all your food, smoke up all your dope, tell you fuck you. Be at somebody else's house next week. You know, Bill didn't give a fuck. I love Bill, bro. Wow.
Let's get another one.
I miss the shit out of Bill, man.
Mr. Scarface running down the block. Out came the gauge and shot up all the spots.
What up, young Gotti? Scarface in the building. History, West Coast history, Southern history, and South. I gotta keep this game straight, man. You understand? You gotta help me in the game. You did tell me.
The QG Caldwell Podcast Network would like to remind you to always keep God first. Acknowledge Him in all that you do. Commit your works unto Him, and He shall establish your thoughts. Thank you. God bless. And be well. From the QG Caldwell Podcast Network. Powered by iHeartRadio. Or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hi, this is Q, and you're listening to the QG Caldwell Podcast Network. Hi, this is Q, and you're listening to the QG Caldwell Podcast Network.
QG Caldwell Podcast Network would like to remind you to always keep God first. Acknowledge Him in all that you do. Commit your works unto Him, and He shall establish your thoughts. Thank you. God bless. And be well. From the QG Caldwell Podcast Network, powered by iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts from.